lot of owners are feeling like potentially they might want to have people that are self-employed, so they don't have the issue of employing people. I think that's kind of a go-to thought process. I definitely had that thought process a number of times, but actually you've got to remember it's not just, it depends what your model of the business is. So if it's based upon, like, you have a building, potentially you're doing your work and then everyone else within it is self-employed doing their own thing, fine. But if you want a team of people who are working under your branding, putting across your business name as such, then they have to be employed.
Yeah.
And that has to be the business model.
Yeah, it is down to we have seen a lot of salons that do what we call hybrid employment, which is some of them are employees, some of them are self-employed.
Yeah.
Particularly in hairdressing.
Yeah.
Which is quite kind of current, I guess. But I think there's an element of, we know for a fact that employing people, even though it can be hard work in many different ways, is the most profitable aspect of your business. It's going to be more profitable than having a self-employed model. But again, does it mean it's better? It doesn't mean it's better in a sense that some people don't necessarily want that huge profit because you're paying corporation tax or whatever to the government anyway. Some people some owners are very much into wanting a stable team, so they're just going to work around that team culture, and some are very much like, I just want my bills to be paid, pay me a salary, and I'll just have the self-employed doing what they want.
Exactly. And I think whatever way, it has to work with you, but I think what you can't do is make a rash split decision, well, everyone can go self-employed, or because I don't want to do this anymore sort of thing. It has to be a thought out process of how do you want your business to be, and then what works for your business, not what somebody's doing down the road. It's what works for your business. And by all means, like you said, I used to have the model of I used to have my own team, and then I'd have what I'd call my guest artists come in, and they'd do their own thing, and then they pay you either a room rental or a percentage, whatever it is that you agree with them. And that's quite nice. It gives you a different element to the business. You're not in charge of them, they're doing their own thing. And I was very picky about who I had in as well, so that obviously they weren't going to damage my brand, but they were just going to enhance what I was offering. But I think it's just, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
And I think also it's an element of we've always want the grass that's greener on the other side, isn't it? Like, oh my God, if they're all self-employed, I don't have to worry about them. Well, you'll still have a different worry. You have a different worry that they can send anyone to your premises and do their treatment for you. They can be off tomorrow. You don't even have the power of that. A real self-employed kind of person, not disguised, because we've seen a few cases where it's disguised employment. They can do what they want, they can wear what they want, they should have their own system, or it's very defined how they get paid, etc. Take their own payment. So on, But I just think that it's not that clear cut on what's better. I think what's more clear cut is about, again, your vision, what do you want from it, how do you want to function as a salon owner. Sometimes we see owners who take on their top, let's say, stylists or therapists, putting them on self-employment so they can earn their own money. But again, that needs to be a budget analysis on how you're going to do that. And is that beneficial? Are you still in treatment? Are you not in treatment? And it's just so many different factors, isn't it? It's not, I just feel it's not that clear cut, but I think somehow it's if you don't choose that business model that you want to for the long term, that is you're always going to kind of go back to, oh, that would be better, or this would be better. Thank you for joining us. We really enjoy sharing our thoughts on various topics. If you have a burning question, simply comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button to keep up to date with each new episode.